When I told my friend that I needed her to communicate with me more because I felt like she was abandoning me because she got a new job, instead of calling me clingy or telling me I'm asking for too much or making excuses, she set out a plan to make sure that we can communicate in a way that made me feel safe in our relationship.
Do you have a healthy relationship with your friend, your female friend? Do you ever feel like you need to communicate with them even though they're not doing well? Or have you tried communicating with any of your female friends and you got the wrong idea or something? Let us know down in the comment section. This particular creator posted on her TikTok page about a friend that she told her friend that she wants to try and communicate more with her and all of that. And you know what, everything went smoothly. The friend was like, oh yeah, she said I'm gonna be there for you and everything, but I also used to send you some things, some TikTok videos on your DM. You don't even react to it, and it affects me as well. So they both work things out and things just go well. And this click on her, like, you are not actually the problem. If you're trying to communicate with somebody or you're trying to pick up a problem or that you have in your relationship or in your friendship with a particular person, and they start making you feel like you are the problem or you are too clingy, or they start seeing that there's nothing there, you're just being overreacting, definitely you're communicating with the wrong person. Let me go ahead and roll this clip for you all to watch, then we'll come back and talk about it.
When I told my friend that I needed her to communicate with me more because I felt like she was abandoning me because she got a new job, instead of calling me clingy or telling me I'm asking for too much or making excuses, she set out a plan to make sure that we can communicate in a way that made me feel safe in our relationship. And when she called me and told me, like, hey, I don't like that you don't respond to every last TikTok of the 62 that she sends me daily. You don't do some type of reaction or you don't let me see that you've seen it. That bothers me. I have now taken upon myself to go through every last TikTok that she sends me, and it's a lot, to make sure I react to it so she knows that I've seen it. What healthy platonic friendships with women have taught me is that everything I've ever asked for in my romantic partner was never too much. It was just being asked to the wrong people. Because she never once called me clingy. She never once called me needy. She never once made me feel bad about wanting to communicate with her and wanting her to be in my life. In fact, she made the adjustments so that she can be in my life. So if the person you're asking to communicate better with is making you feel bad about your lack of communication, you are probably asking the wrong person. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with them. You guys just aren't compatible.
Hey gorgeous people, how you all doing today? My name is Maria Davis and I'm back again with another interesting topic. And this particular topic I find it very interesting because we all need friendship in our lives. We all need someone that got our back. Sometimes it's not about man. We need a female supporter, a genuine one. Even if just one friend you have in your entire life, you need that. And sometimes you might want to communicate with that friend and you all just get each other, and you see how easy it is. That it's so easy to communicate with if you're a very good friend, and you guys solve issues so easily compared to having issue with a man. It's very difficult to solve it. They will start blaming you and gaslighting and all of that. But that's what I have to talk about today. I have interesting stitches. People came to share their opinion and also their experience about this particular topic. So we're going to watch the stitches together. At the end of all the stitches, they will talk about my own opinion.
When I told my friend that I needed her to communicate with me more because I felt like
my mutual posted such a great video and I want to talk about it, please go back and watch her video. But if you look in the comment section of the video that I'm stitching from, it's scary. There are so many adults who are saying, not my job, too much, I don't like her like that, I'm not your man, and just basically denying their friends who need extra support. One of my past friends that I was really close with, I remember I told her something that bothered me. I told her I didn't feel supported, and she denied my feelings. She said, that ain't got nothing to do with me. And I said, well, I don't feel supported from you, so I'm bringing it up so we can change it. She said that's not her responsibility. She said it's all in my head. She started bringing up past traumas that I went through and saying, I know that you went through this and this and this, but that has nothing to do with me. All because I asked her for more support. That's all I did. I was there for that girl with whatever she needed. I would drive, 20, 30 miles to be with this girl, to be with her family, to be with her in a hospital if she needed me. I was there for anything she would have needed me. I would have been there. And I would not have told her to her face, get a man to do it. When I am genuinely friends with you, good friends with you, I'm there to do whatever. You need help moving, you need help, you need a shoulder to cry on, you're feeling sick, you just got diagnosed with something. I'm that friend. I am there for you. And it scares me that there are people who feel like that's not reserved for friendships, only for, romantic relationships. Fucking scary. There are a lot of people, like in her comment section, who feel like their friends owe them something, but the moment their friend needs something, they're out. Scary. And again, I've experienced this more than once with a friend. They love you when you're there for them. They love you, when the niggas is locked up and they need a shoulder to cry on and they don't have anybody to talk to. They love you when they niggas cheated on them. They loved you when another friend has you fucked up and the friend ain't being a real friend to you. Y'all will cry on the shoulder of your real friend talking about your other fake friends and still not give a fuck about that real friend and still feel like their needs are below. Like you don't care. You don't give a fuck. You don't care about what your friend is going through. You don't care about if they need genuine support. You don't give a damn. And a lot of people actually don't take the time out to get to know their friends. Like, what are triggers with my friends? How does my friend need to feel supported? A lot of people don't care. They just want you to look good when they want you to. They just want to pop up at your house. They just want to smoke. They don't want to build any genuine relationships with you. They like what you do for them, but they don't like you. In that video in the comment section, that's all I saw was people who expect, but don't give. They're like, I'm giving to myself. Find somebody else to do it. Really? So at the end of the day, as long as you are expecting to have a friendship, a relationship with somebody else, you have to care about them. Sorry, it's a fucking requirement. Can't believe I have to say this, but that's wild. So yeah, y'all go watch that video and let me know what you think. Come back and comment.
When I told my friend that I needed her to communicate with me more because I felt like...
I had a similar situation like this with my best friend. And it made me realize that I was never asking for too much for my friendships. I was always just asking the wrong type of women. But my best friend, the way she wouldn't invite me out, she'd be like, hey, boo, I'm about to go do this and that. You can come if you want to. It always rubbed me the wrong way because it's like, no, invite me because you want me to be there. Like, don't keep inviting me. Oh, you can come if you want to. Like, invite me because you want me. Like, I want to feel wanted in my friendship. So she had done it a couple times. I'm like, damn, I'm really not liking this because it's making me feel like how, other friends make me feel or how my family make me feel. It's like, we really don't want her there, but we're going to just invite her just because. I went to my husband, I'm like, this is happening. I don't know how to handle it. And so he just kept telling me, like, you need to just tell her how you feel. She don't know that it's bothering you unless you talk to her. And I do not like confrontation at all. And I don't like people invalidating me. It makes me shut down. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared. But I'm like, you know what? We're going to try this out. So we was sitting at lunch and I told her, and the way she responded, I was like, period. She understood me. She validated me. She apologized and she never did it again. It was always, hey boo, I want you to come. She didn't look at me like, girl, you doing too fucking much. It's not that serious. She didn't do any of that. And that really set the tone for me with my friendship with her. Cause it's like, this is right here is what you call a healthy relationship. And honestly, our bond was very unexpected. We met at our last job. We was co-workers. She was training me. We was not expecting to be friends. And we clicked and she's like a sister to me. Like, we're like sisters to each other. Like, we don't make each other feel weird about how strong our bond is. I had seen one comment in here and the woman was like, I'm not your man. I would have left you on red. I feel like that's the problem with so many friendships because people don't view their friendships and they don't value them like how they will view and value a relationship with their spouse. If you know your friend is a certain type of way, okay, you know, my love language to my friend is that I want you to communicate with me more. What is so hard about saying, okay, I got you, and just do it? If my friends say, hey, I be sending you videos and you don't respond to none of them, okay, you know what, you right, now let me change that. But y'all will be quick, a lot of y'all will be quick to do this for a fucking man, but you cannot do this with your friends, which I think is fucking. I love this for this creator. I love this for myself. And I love this for any woman that has a healthy relationship with her friendships, because it definitely matters.
When I told my friend that I needed her to communicate with me more because I felt like
I want everybody to go watch that video. And then I want to commend that young lady for the courage that she had to have that conversation with her friend. And I believe she gave an example of where she also had to do the work in one of her friendships to maintain the healthiness of the relationship, of the bond. We live in a society right now where everybody's excuse is, y'all, I'm getting emotional. Everybody's excuse is, oh, we all got lives and everybody got something going on. Yes, and we need a community. We need people we can lean on and depend upon, because we are not meant to be independent all the days of our lives. And so I am so grateful that when I watched her video, I thought about 3 people that I have in my life who I can say I'm uncomfortable with the trajectory of our friendship, and we gonna all do the work to make sure that our relationships and bonds are maintained. Go watch my last video on environments versus community, actually.
when I told my friend that I needed her to communicate with me more because I felt like she
Okay, so please go watch that video, because like there's so much there that's important. But the most important thing that she said was, you're not asking for too much. You're asking it from the wrong person. When someone does not have the capacity to fulfill the thing that you want, it's not wrong, that thing, by the way, not to have capacity, right? The wrong thing is when you make someone else feel bad about your lack of capacity. That's where we mess up. So I don't have capacity to fulfill the needs that you want. But what I do is that then I make you feel bad about wanting those things, instead of saying, look, I don't have the capacity. I'm not the person for this. I'm sorry. But the most important thing that she said there is that for the right person, you're not needy, you're not clingy, you're not anything of that. That's all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
don't respond to every last TikTok of the 62 that she sends me daily.
62 TikToks? God damn!
Nah, but aside from that, that's cute. I'm glad y'all could work that out. But 62 is crazy, though.
When I told my friend that I needed her to communicate with me more.
So I really love this video because it goes over how she communicated to her friend, like, hey, this is not working, our communication, can we fix it? They fixed it, then vice versa. Her friend went over like, hey, this is not what I like, can we fix this? They fixed it. And the thing is, it's so crazy because the way you communicate will really affect your friendships, your relationships. Like, I love this because I'm working on that. Like, I'm communicating what I want, what I need. If that doesn't work for someone, then you're the wrong person. Like, whether you be my friend, whether you me trying to date you, like, you're not the right person. You shouldn't be in my life. And vice versa. I feel like I've tried to reach out a few times to people and it just, the communication wasn't there. So it's a done deal. Like, you gotta move on sometimes.
I told my friend that I needed her to communicate with me more because I felt like she was abandoning.
I love that this video was made because this is very, very true. I actually had a conversation with one of my friends the other day, and I hadn't seen her in a couple months, and I hadn't talked to her since July. I honestly did not realize it had been that long, and a lot of my friends were so busy with our lives, with our businesses, and with our children that we usually just shoot a text and just say, hey, how are you doing? Just want to check on you, make sure everything's good. Maybe like some once a month, once every 2 months, some just when they think of me or whatever. And it's not a big deal. I'm an introvert and I have ADHD. So honestly, if I don't see you, I don't think about you. It's not that I don't love you, I don't care about you. But I hyperfixate on something. I get tunnel vision in a rabbit hole. And if you're not someone that I talk to every single day, like my sister or my niece, I'm not even going to think about you. And it's not even personal. And she messaged me and she said, hey, I have not seen you. You are traveling every weekend this month. I would like to see you before you leave. And I was like, okay. I said, well, I will be in town next weekend. I'll only be there for a couple of days. I will make time to see you. So I made time to see her, and we sitting there talking, and she said, look, this is the third time that I have had to have this conversation with you, and I really feel that you are not listening to me, and it really hurts my feelings, and it bothers me. And I said, okay, what's the problem? She said, I do not hear from you enough. She says, the last time I physically talked to you on the phone was 6 months ago. She said the last time we've actually texted was July. She was like, I've had so much going on since then. And she says, I know that you tend to isolate, or when you have something going on, you isolate, or you just don't want to be around people, so you isolate. She says, I don't know when it's okay to contact you, or like when you're in a mood. She says, when I do contact you, you tell me, oh, hey, I had something going on, so I isolated a little bit. I'll hit you up when I come out of my bubble. She was like, I don't know when you're not in a bubble. And she said, so if you could call me more, or she's like, I know you don't like to talk on the phone. If you could just text me more to see what's going on and to see how I'm doing, that would be great, instead of these random one-offs once a month or every other month. And I apologized. I said, I'm sorry. I said, the relationships that I have with my other friends, that has worked for us. And I apologize that I did that to you. And that's not something that you need from me as a friend. So because of my ADHD mind, I went in my phone and I made a notification for every other week to check up on her, because I'm not going to remember to do that. As she said, this was her third time telling me that. Okay, I'm not on social media all the time. I'm not going to see you or think to message you or anything like that. I have a lot of stuff going on that I'm trying to figure out with my life right now, to see where I want my life to go. It's not a thought to text this person or think, hey, I'm hyper fixated on making me better, making my life better. It's not even a thought. And my other friends don't have that problem. So it's never too much when your friends are asking you something that you're not giving them. And a lot of times you probably don't even know that it's something that they need. But when they voice it to you, you should definitely try to do that. And a lot of us, me personally, I didn't grow up in an environment where people constantly checked on me, made sure I was okay. I was left the fuck alone, and I just had to figure shit out. So I'm not used to that. I'm not used to being in very emotional relationships with attachments. I have an anxious attachment style, and I've normally dated avoidant attachment people, which is not good, something that I'm working on. But when she said that to me, I'm realizing like, oh, she has an anxious attachment style to her friends. And I understand that from her upbringing and what she went through. I get that. I can be that for you. I can check on you more. It's not asking a lot. And a lot of us don't even realize that we don't get everything we want in our relationships, and we sit there and we be quiet. And we're unhappy. And we think that we're asking for too much. You're never asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong person. I'm so glad that she made that video. The people who love you and want you around will make you aware and make you feel wanted and wanted to be around. Those who do not do that, who don't accept your boundaries, those who do not show you on a regular basis that they love and they care about you, may feel like they can do it without you, or could be like me and not fucking paying attention. But once you make it aware and put in an effort, that's what really matters. Analyze your friendships and your relationships. Are you really happy? Are you really getting everything that you need from someone? And if not, really decide if that's a relationship that you need to have, because what you want is never too much. It's just the wrong person.
You already know the drill. If you're still here, definitely you love this content, you love this video. Don't forget to like and share and comment your thought down in the comment section. Every opinion is accepted. You can either agree or disagree. You can say anything you like about the video. It's fine. Okay, so personally for me, yeah, when it comes to communication with my friends, I'm very bad at it. I know. My friends know me. Like, if they don't communicate with me, is a problem. And that thing makes me lose a lot of friends, because they have to be the one to keep checking up on me. They have to be the one to keep calling me, I don't even call. Like, I hardly call. Like, I don't call you. Okay, but texting is a problem. Like the last if you just watch, I'm like almost the same person because I have to like put in my head that, oh, this person also called me for like, we haven't spoken for like few days now. Oh my, I have to call, I have to send that message. So that's, and it's not like I don't think about you. It's not like it's just who I am. I don't know how to communicate like that with people, or to keep the communication going. So I keep telling myself that you have to keep this friendship going by communicating. You have to keep this friendship, and that is the goal of friendship. If there's no communication, then why are you all friends? Why are you all close pals? I personally, I find it very, 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 very difficult to keep that going. But I'm working on it, and most of my friends know that. They already know that I'm the kind of person. So if I don't check on them for a week, a month, 2 months, they know that, okay, let me just call her. Like, it's not like she hates me. She's just that kind of person. But I am personally working on it as well. So when it comes to female friendship, I feel like everybody needs that female friendship. Everybody needs it. That genuine ones. There are friends that will show you pepper. That's friends that will betray you. There are friends that will make you regret having to even be friends with them. But when you have that genuine friendship, you know deep down in your heart, like you know that this person is a very good friend, and you stick by a person. But for you to make that friendship to grow stronger, to grow very well, you need to like make the communication very you need to keep the communication going. You both need to get each other. Like, even if what you like doing, so because you are both different kind of person, it's just like having a relationship with a man. We're both different kind of person. So like me, I don't really like texting you every day. And I have a friend that if I don't send that message today, she'll be like, I've not heard from you. What's up? Are you good? I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I'm okay. Or maybe she sent me a message, I'm not replying. Probably I'm doing something else. I'm sending you messages, you're not replying. Are you all right? So I'm okay. Like, I see it, like, before I was saying like, you're disturbing me, but later and I found out that is what she likes, and that is what I have to give her. I also have what I also like in a friendship, that even she might see it as but we have to work things out together. I feel like that is what healthy adulthood friendship should be for me. Thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I really love to hear your points and opinion down comment section. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And of course, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.